it's Morphin Mania time. And look, Jason's back.
Hi.
I haven't seen Jason in a while, and as always, it's DJ Martinez.
It is I. It was me, as Jason would say.
So it's been like a year since Jason's been on here, and if you're a little kid, that probably feels more like 3 or 4 years, but welcome back finally. Jason doing some more Morphin Mania. We are really close to the end of Zeo now. We just have 6 more episodes left.
Oh man,
and
I missed the whole season.
You missed most of the season. And we just finished doing one of your favorite episodes, I think. The 2-parter where Tommy's got amnesia.
It's not my favorite episode, but I love it.
Yeah. And now we go into a brief mystery of time, which is your standard causality loop episode, because you got to have one of those. You got to make sure and have a time repeating episode.
Why?
So this is
Power
kind of
Rangers,
this kind of well, I mean they do a lot of those kind of sci-fi concepts. So this is like cause and effect, but Power Rangers.
Okay.
So let's watch that. Is everybody ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Make sure that you're cued in to episode 44 of Zeo. It is, of course, on Netflix, or if you have DVDs, you can pull it out that way. And get ready to press play when I say now. Make sure you're at timestamp 0. Here we go. We're going to jump right into it. Time for more Zeo. And it's going to be sad when we're done with this, because then we have to go turbo. And also because, I like Zeo, and I've got to, hang out with Jason Gold Ranger for a while, and then he's going to go away, and that's going to be sad. Everybody, please press play. Right now!
Are you gonna do the movie?
Yeah, he does come back in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he doesn't get to be a ranger, and he has to be all mind control.
Like we haven't seen him in forever, but he was just in Zeo.
It really does. It's really, it's super strange. I mean, obviously, Kimberly was a big deal.
And they apparently have just been hanging out, doing sports together.
They almost play it like he was also at the peace conference or something.
Or the gymnastics thing with her.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. She wasn't even at that. Yeah, what am I talking about?
Hey, Jason, you'll remember this. Have we already got to the...
Just push him down.
Have we already done the singing episode? Where Tanya and Tommy are just singing?
The singing one is my favorite Zeo episode.
I can't remember if that was like last year.
I don't remember if we got to that either. It's just been a while for some of this. Of course, there's got to be a Dare sticker. It's the 90s. You gotta have that.
Stop. I was the half the population that stop instead of Dare.
Oh yeah, I've talked to people like you. Robert Radler is not a name that I recognize as a director, but maybe he's directed a bunch of these and I just haven't noticed it.
Miss Appleby is back.
And Appleby is still teaching every class 4 years in.
And they're like, she's teaching a bunch of 30-year-olds.
Yeah, they're all like she's teaching a bunch of TAs in high school.
Looks like a lumberjack 30-year-old man. Like it looks crazy that he's sitting at a little bench.
I think Tommy at a desk is even sillier looking than Jason at a desk. And I think it might be time for someone to finally turn in that truck that's sitting in front of the youth center. Like they've been driving that too long.
Yeah, the check engine light doesn't work on that. They can't pass the emissions test. So it's
they can't even tell how much gas is in the tank. That doesn't work anymore either. DJ, have you ever worn suspenders?
No, but I want to. I kind of want to get me some nice suspenders.
Is that a bucket list thing? I've always wanted to wear suspenders.
My wife's not into it, but I think it could be classy.
Oh, she's still here. And I still think she should be with Jason.
Bulk's got a crazy widow speak going on. I never noticed that.
So I guess she just works wherever Ernie is at the time. Because they had that like outdoor bar thing, and now they're back at the youth center, and she's working here.
It's supposed to be the same thing, but that's all the way down at the beach. Is it like a branch? It's like a branch of Ernie's juice bar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought he hired her to run that. So how come she's behind the counter here right now? That's what I'm confused about.
We haven't done that in a while. The Bulk gets sprayed in the face with food.
No, we haven't done a lot of those sorts of, standard old school pratfalls with them because they've been doing the private
A much
investigator
more
thing.
sophisticated comedy of shooting Stearns in the face with mustard.
It's
Oh,
Sloan,
is it
isn't
Sloan?
it? Or Stone?
Stone,
Is it
that's what it is.
I think it's Stone.
I
Not
mixed
Stearns.
both of those. I
Stearns?
mixed.
Stearns is from Ninja
Sloan.
Turtles and Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh man.
And I confused it with Sloan because that's the Section 31 guy from Deep Space Nine.
So many single syllable S names.
Just all these cops, private investigators, and spies. I cannot keep them straight.
No skating in the halls.
Push him down. Because see, it's a causality loop, and Tommy's going to be the only one that notices that it's a repeated time frame.
He's Tommy, Superior Ranger.
Except he can't play football. And he is very forgetful and bad at keeping a schedule. But other than that,
Yeah,
he's
pretty
spectacular
good
at
at
everything. And also those things
His
never come back
I don't
again.
know. It's weird.
So this would have been, what, 3 or 4 years at least after Groundhog Day, maybe more. But a lot of sci-fi TV shows were already doing lots and lots of causality loop episodes. It seems like you cannot have a sci-fi show that's episodic that doesn't do that at least one time. And Star Trek does it like a dozen times.
Well, it doesn't even have to be a sci-fi show. Like, since Groundhog Day is the one that started it, like every show does this. It doesn't have to make any sense.
That's true. I mean, I've seen it mostly in like sci-fi and soft sci-fi stuff.
I've seen it mostly in like Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh God, really? That's hilarious. But I mean, like episodes of things that are genre and have to go down the list of like the big high concept things. You know, somebody's got to be invisible. Somebody's got to lose their memories. Somebody's got to have.
This is the worst of all, though, because he's in school over and over and over.
Fake their own death. I guess it's not all as high concept, but these are tropes that we constantly
This is
do.
the
I'm
worst
sorry,
one
what?
of all because he's in school over and over and over.
Yeah, couldn't we have been a little bit more creative about what the loop was?
Yeah, like do like a putty fight over. That would have been awesome. Do a cog fight, and then like he has to keep fighting.
He just said it was like deja vu, and I just wanted a cat to walk by. And
then
wait, was it the same cat?
And then you pop up and say, "That's not how deja vu works."
Deja vu is?
See you, Ranger 5 Red.
I still want to show you Reloaded so that you can like facepalm constantly.
Goodness.
There's some fun stuff in that though.
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it. We did a performance that was like based on the fight scene with him and the Smiths one time when I was on the demo team.
Oh,
because the guys that I was on the team with were really into that movie.
with the one with the stick? You mean like a big fight?
Yeah. I mean, there was only 4 of us. It wasn't like there was like we didn't hire like 50 stuntmen to come in, but
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
asking which scene it was because it's not like you only fight.
yeah,
them,
the
like, one
big
time.
Smith fight. But it was before it grabs the stick.
Oh, okay. CGI and it was like cartoon characters fighting.
No, we put on makeup to make ourselves look like CGI. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's above and beyond. You might as well just watch the scene at that point. I don't know.
Oh, here we are, back to the truck. The boxed-in truck. See, people know that the truck never leaves, so they just park behind it now.
Oh, you're a little bit ahead of me. I was like, what, the truck? What are we talking about? Where's the truck?
My computer goes faster than yours.
Well, it can't be a processing issue. I know I have to be running a more sophisticated video card than you are right now. Like,
Yeah. Everybody gets what the feeling. There's like no Power Ranger stuff in this one.
so this is not the way to put it, Tommy. You don't say I've got a strange feeling this has all happened before. You go, I keep experiencing the same moments. Like, I've got this weird feeling that I've been here before. This is one of those awkward things where despite the myriad other shows and movies that have done this concept, they're not quite
I love
understanding
that they're
how,
like. I love that Rocky's reason for like not believing him is that happens to Bulk every day.
That's actually really great. No, I love that idea. Like, no, you're in a formulaic show, Tommy.
No, that would have been cool.
Like, all the stuff he's saying is happening again. Is stuff that happens all the... Wouldn't it be great if he's like, okay, so no, just yesterday, that monster got huge and we had to fight it. No, Tommy, we do that every day.
No, that would be great.
Do we already morphed? We already brought the weapons together. No, Tommy, every day.
That's great. That's Power Rangers is the perfect thing to like make fun of the causality loop, because that's hilarious.
Yeah, and really screw with his brain, because that would make him start to wonder, okay, maybe it is all in my head. Maybe I'm going crazy. They shouldn't have done it with this stuff. They should do it with the Power Ranger stuff. This is a huge wasted opportunity, and I now officially hate
that would
this
have been
episode.
great if they showed the same like putty fight and then the same Zord fight and everything. That would be great. And
No, I'm kidding. This is clearly just a way to cut some corners and some costs. We just came off a big two-parter where we shot a lot of the Monsters and Power Rangers stuff, and they maybe were just looking for a real cheap episode for after it.
It's really throwing me off, though. This is a weird way to do it, because the universal thing that you do with this kind of thing is showing them wake up every day, and we're not showing him wake up. He just goes straight from one scene to the next again, and it's really jarring.
Yeah, there's no sense of passage of time. And in things I've seen that don't do the... And you're right, most things do that. In a lot of stuff that I've seen that don't do the wake-up thing, there's always, like, a shot that you go back to that you make it clear we're repeating it again. And the hallway is supposed to be that, but it's just too nondescript. It doesn't quite work. Weird. Like, in Cause and Effect in TNG, it's a poker game. We always shoot it from the same angle. It's like, oh god, we're back to this poker game. DJ, you see the Enterprise explode 6 times in that episode, because every time it explodes, the time loop repeats. It's hilarious, and we always shoot it from a different angle, so we keep blowing up the ship from different perspectives.
Cool.
It's great.
So they're not just like saying, "Hey, we blew this up and it looks great, so we're going to show it as many times as we can." They're actually
money on that episode. That was not, and it's a Lamo show, but that is not a big cost cutting thing. It's also, folks that don't know, the episode with the fantastic Kelsey Grammer appearance at the end. Because the causality loop keeps happening because they keep running into a ship that is also caught in it, and it turns out that ship is from, like, 80, 100 years ago, and the captain is Kelsey Grammer, and he's wearing, like a movie-era uniform. It's fantastic. Do you really have to see Wrinkle in Time? Like,
oh, that brain, CGI brain, that was great. That's Zeo, man. Zeo's doing a lot of that. Remember when we were first so put off by the slime, but they've been doing it a lot.
Yeah, that looked better than other things they've done. I guess because it's stationary. But, I mean, you can't say that's not ambitious. They didn't have to do that. They could have just had Alpha scan his head and be like, my brain scan!
The porthole!
Yeah, don't call it a viewing globe. It's not a globe.
And it's not even turbo yet. I don't understand why there's a porthole. We love everything else about this chamber. This is like our favorite chamber, but then the viewing globe is so lame.
Yeah, but then with the viewing globe, when you look at the rest of it, it does have a weird submarine feel all the way through then, right? Like, I mean, it's a great set, don't get me wrong, and everything looks like it's made of actual metal, which is really nice. And, like, it's not a cardboard set. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's crazy how much the production values jumped from Mighty Morphin to Zeo, because it's almost like you jumped production values from, like, a decade or two.
Because Mighty Morphin was like this tiny little dance floor.
And everything's crazy, but you knock it over. Like, I'm going to make another Star Trek reference, but it's like going from COS to TNG. It really is. Like, in the command center, it looks like you could crush anything in there with your hand. And there are scenes in TOS where we do that, where we have, like, a monitor that somebody punches and just crushes it. Because it is cardboard.
Well, and that's the coolest part about the movie is seeing the command center look that cool. Like that's kind of makes it worth the price of admission right there.
And it's like 4 times bigger.
Well, because they knew they were having a scene where he was gonna like walk through it and break it, destroy it.
Jason, you can time in it any moment, kid.
I don't know what to say.
It's a weird episode.
That's
Yeah, and I mean, I know that you have to always compare everything to the series that you're watching. Like I'm always saying 4 Power Rangers, but even 4 Power Rangers, this is kind of
that makes
lame,
sense.
right?
The monster that is in charge of the time is like a top hat wearing bumblebee. What is he? He looks like a I don't know what he is.
what is that?
Oh, sure, yeah, no, of course that's his power set.
I don't know what he is. He's got a bolo hat on.
Wait, am I going to say it, or do you want to say it, DJ? That was a viewing globe. And why is it I mean, we've talked about this before. Why is it just a little 3D globe in the first place? Why can't they have a view screen? I don't
I
understand.
don't know.
Wouldn't you want it bigger so you can see what's going on and not distorted like a funhouse?
There's also in Mighty Morphin. There's even a time where Alpha's watching like cartoons on the viewing globe.
Get a TV!
What would be great is if they did one time where when Zordon was explaining what was happening, he had to make them walk around the other side to see what he was trying to show them on the other side of the globe.
Oh, that's really funny.
Scoot over. See it? It's over there.
This is a 3D projection, Rangers. Walk around it. Or like they have to always crowd around it, so some of them are in the back of everything.
He shoots it with like a 3D. What are those? Those 360 GoPro mounts that they have?
Oh.
Also, how do they even see what's going on? Like, what do they have?
I know, it makes no
cameras
sense.
all over the
We're with you, Jason.
Does Zordon make drones full of them?
He's just got drones
That's
everywhere.
terrifying. Like, what is this monster?
To be fair, that's also a Star Trek problem, and Power Rangers kind of takes a lot of its cues from that, where it's like, well, anything we need to be able to see.
There's cameras there.
Like, we just see it. Don't question it. Don't ask how we're seeing that. I mean, every sci-fi thing that has like a screen, I guess, kind of has that. I think Star Wars even occasionally does stuff like that.
Well, in Star Trek,
but...
I could kind of buy that they're ahead enough that their satellite cameras are just that advanced that they can see, they can zoom in really far. I don't know.
I wish Enterprise, like, I know we're not talking about Power Rangers, but I wish Enterprise, like, because it's before
Sorry, TJ.
it's before TOS,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be as dumb as TOS. So Archer's supposed to have, like, captain's log while he's, like, stuck in a thing.
Well, that's something to talk about for another time. So, DJ, I'm with you. I don't understand this monster selection. It seems like it was just the one that came next, and they're like...
Yeah, well, I don't even know what it is. Like, it must be something in Japanese culture, because it's like... I can't even figure out what it's supposed to be.
We've had monsters that are a hodgepodge of like 6 different things, but I don't know what any of the separate things are. Like, it's got, like you said, a crazy cat, and then it looks like it's almost made of like a stove.
Well, he's got like a white picket fence around as a belt. That's his belt. I don't know what's happening.
So I guess that's better than time's up. I guess I'm glad he didn't say time's up. But oh my God! Look, the monster is actually attacking and hitting the Megazord for a second. That's nice. He's not really putting up any kind of a fight, but at least they take some damage for a second. Megazord fights.
Yeah, they just pop in and they use their mega move, and then he dies. This time it's the wheel.
Yeah. Like, the Megazord didn't seem to even hardly be fazed by what just happened. Why did they need the Warrior Wheel? I mean, like, there's no drama, there's no tension at all. There's not even manufactured tension. I mean, that's all the tension you usually get in Power Rangers anyway. But you don't have You don't have Tommy saying something like, "Oh no, we're crippled, or we can't move right. We're running out of power. Bring in the warrior wheel." It's just, I haven't used the warrior wheel in a while.
Pretty much.
Bring that in. At least I didn't feel I needed to bring Pure Midas for that thing.
Yeah, what was Gold Ranger doing? He was just chilling.
More importantly, what is with these camera angles right now? What's it?
Rocket was in the camera.
What is this, Space Ghost right now? What is happening? This is called extraneous dialogue. Why do you cut to they're already sitting down and talking? This is how padded this episode. Hey, what's going on? And then somebody said, "What's poppin'?"
Okay, they do that. That's cool. That's cool that they did that.
Yeah, I'll give them that. That's
I feel like it is something. It is happening again, but it's just because Bulk and Skull are idiots.
But okay, I like that. But to your point earlier, they don't do that as much anymore. True, yeah. So it's like they just got stuck in a season 1 or 2 episode.
That would be hilarious if they actually did that. Like Tommy gets stuck in a season 1 episode for a whole episode.
And it loops. It would be fun if they did that, where they go back to an old episode. I don't think Power Rangers ever really does that, do they? I can't think of an example.
I wish more things did. There's you know the show Psych. I don't think you've ever watched it, but
I've seen
in
an episode
season
of that.
6 or 7, they do a remake of a previous season 2 episode. It's really funny.
That's fun.
Wait, really?
It's like and they have I think they have one of the actors in it again, but playing a different character. That show's really clever with that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna have to reference something else that you're not familiar with, DJ. But Jason, you know what I wish we would do now? It could be really cool it would be expensive, but if you took the technology or the method they developed for Trials and Tribulations in Deep Space Nine. So DJ, in DS9 there's an episode where we go back to a TOS episode and we use the footage from that episode and we integrate it seamlessly. It looks really good. It would be really cool if we did an episode of Power Rangers now where we go back to season 1.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Especially on this show of all shows, because they always use footage from another show.
Beast Morphers and
Good point. I'm an idiot. Yeah, you'd be kind of commenting on and poking fun at yourself of just the way you make the show anyway, but it would be way more complicated than the way you usually do that.
Yeah.
The way you integrate footage, especially if you wanted to try to have a character from a new show interacting with the footage from 25 years ago, because that's what that show does. There are a couple of scenes where Cisco walks up to Kirk and it's footage from that TOS episode and it looks fantastic.
Wow,
it's
cool.
Pretty cool. So I'd love to see something like that for Power Rangers.
Someday, when we write our own Power Rangers down the road.
We need to. We really do, DJ. Anyway, well, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you had a good time. Next time, we're watching an episode called A Mystery to Me. Oh, I remember this one, where they all do, they're all wearing, mystery costumes. Sort of like a lot of the Halloween episodes we do, but it's not a Halloween episode.
Oh.
Anyway, so we'll see everybody next time. We've only got a few of these left, and then we get to, and I know everybody's so excited about Turbo. I expect a huge fluctuation in views when we get to Turbo.
Sure.
I think everybody's going to come out of the woodwork for that show.
The movie's going to break records when we comment on the movie.
If it doesn't break records, it may set precedent. That may be the show where I accidentally swear on camera. I'm going to try not. It's possible. Anyway, everybody, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you had a good time, and we will see you again next time. Because it's a Causality Loop episode. I'm Captain Logan. This is Jason, and that was DJ Jason Martinez. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody. I actually hit myself in the face.
Oh, I just hit my mic.